For this I was born.
Because she's a Italian Mastiff, she's still technically a puppy, to be sure. Yeah, but she's still technically a puppy. And on the ride here, she did pretty well with you?
Yeah, she did.
Like,
she did great.
How about like when you pulled over and good sit, when you pulled over and stopped for like potty breaks and different things like that? She did okay?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have any issues where she went reactive? Does she ever react to people? Like, has she ever seen a person or a dog and then all of a sudden start?
For this I came into the world.
Good. So we're meeting here at a neutral territory so that I can get a good gauge. We got this beautiful Corso coming from New Jersey. You guys are from Jersey, yes?
Yeah,
It's a pleasure to meet you. Okay, man, good. So hold on for a second. Is she? Wow. Hi, darling. Okay, so she's very bold, yes?
Yes.
I mean, 'cause she's like walking right. She's not like acting intimidated or anything. Any of that stuff.
She is very timid. It's weird.
Sometimes she's timid?
Yes, she is.
Okay, because she's walking very, very confidently towards me. I mean, gripping the earth as she comes towards me. So let me ask you, is she, first and foremost, I don't know very much about her, is she friendly?
She is friendly.
She is? Oh, good, hi. So she's coming up to me to say hello, yes?
Yes.
Okay, man, because she's got a very intense look about her. And please remind me her name?
Obi.
Obi. Hi, Obi. Good. Pretty girl. Hi, darling. Smart. Good. Hi, darling. So how's she been doing on this trip? Because you came down from New Jersey, yes?
Right.
Thank you very much for making the pilgrimage.
Yes.
And how did she do, sir?
She's great in the car.
Is she really?
Yeah, she is. I got her kennel back there.
But that's a rental, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So that wasn't even her vehicle and she was okay with it.
Right, yep. She was
Fantastic.
Okay
Now, and I'm not judging, I just want to know, yes? So the trip down here, was she running loose or was she in the kennel?
she was in the kennel.
Okay. And you said that she destroys that kennel, yeah? Or she's destroyed kennels before, yeah?
In the past, yep. She's
Oh
like
my God.
Houdini. She escaped
Yeah.
out of them.
She's an escape artist?
Yes.
Okay. So tell me about the living situation. That's about to change though.
Right.
So you're in an apartment.
I'm in an apartment.
Okay.
Right
so there's no yard to see if she would jump that fence.
there's a little bit of a front yard.
Is
it
there?
actually is a fence.
Yeah.
She's never jumped
Like a
it
fence
before.
that high, it seems like she'd figure it out very quickly, yes?
Yeah.
Especially to get to you. Okay, and you do have her on the leash, which is a good thing. I appreciate that. So what would happen if you, and I'm not asking you to do this, but if you were to cut her off leash, is she gone?
No, she would stay close.
She has small radius?
Yes.
That's fantastic. So just to reiterate, you're able to take her off the leash and she doesn't run off. Unbelievable, fantastic.
Yeah, we'll walk around. I live right across from Manhattan. We'll walk around.
Okay.
The waterfront. People passing by, she'll stay.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Power. That's amazing. Wow, I got goosebumps over that. Okay, fantastic. Well, listen, in that case, if you're comfortable taking her off the leash, I'm comfortable doing it as well. And obviously, when I was approaching you and she started approaching me, she came to greet me. She was walking ahead of you in a good way, like very confident way, yes?
Yes.
And I tell you the truth, I like the fact that you didn't like pull her back. So for people out there that are watching, yes, if you have a Canecorso Italian Mastiff, you likely got it for at least a little bit of protection, yes? Because they're intimidating dogs. So anybody watching, the way he handled it when he approached me is the proper way to handle it if you want to have a good guard dog. A lot of trainers will say, don't let the dog walk ahead of you, don't let the dog pull you. But listen, in this situation, she doesn't know that dad is aware that I'm coming. I could be just coming up on him. I could be rushing him. So if I were to start walking up to you for something and she starts walking ahead of you and you yank her back or tell her to stop, she's less likely to protect you if something were to go down. Wonder what she's eating, grass or something?
She hasn't eaten yet today. So.
No, she hasn't? Okay. Well, I'm going to give her, when we get there, I'm going to give her maybe an hour to get settled in and then feed her. You know, a lot of times, oh, she smells something. She smells like another dog's pee or something. Could be one of my dog's pee because I bring dogs out here. Look at her. How pretty. Good. Hi, darling. Hi, Obi. All right. Fantastic. Man, she reminds me of a Corso, one of my very first Corsos that I had. Named Abra. It just reminds me of her so much, and the look and all that good stuff. I'm not sure about the temperament. So as far as her with other dogs, how does she do when she's around other dogs? Does she like other dogs? Is she intimidated by them?
She's intimidated at times, especially if they're bigger dogs.
Okay. So she doesn't rush up to them. Has she ever played with other dogs? Has she gone to a dog park or anything?
Yep, she's good at the dog park.
She is?
She is.
So she's not intimidated at the dog park?
Well, depending on, I don't know, Obi, come here. Hey, come here.
Good, darling. Good, close, my love.
Depending on, she's sometimes, depending on, you know, the dog.
Okay.
Sometimes she'll shy away.
She will?
Yeah,
okay.
But sometimes she'll, you know, greet them nose to nose.
Okay.
Start sniffing around.
Okay, fantastic.
What my biggest issue has been, especially living in the city with her, when I'm not with her, she freaks out complete.
She has separation anxiety.
Severe.
Okay. So, you know, so I'm going to gauge that myself, and this is why my programs are, you know, typically, well, they're just longer than every other trainer, because there's no way she's going to have separation anxiety over me today. She don't know who I am that well. You know, after she's been with me for a couple of weeks or so, then I start to see that separation anxiety. And I tell you the truth, so like, in order for me to see that, I like to take an approach which is based around the good word theory. So I'm going to be honest with you. The first week or so that she's with me, first week and a half that she's with me, maybe 2 weeks, I'm going to let her acclimate. But during that time, it's not that she's not going to be getting any training. She's going to be getting the very best foundation, which is the good word theory. So in other words, instead of telling her to do something on my end, I'm going to, you know, obviously when we're in an enclosed area, good, leave it, darling, good. So like that, you see how she walked away from it. It might have been because you made a sound or something for whatever reason, but she chose to walk away from it, so I praised her. So the very first thing that we're going to do is start building a rapport, right? And then once we build that rapport, she's going to start showing me her true colors. Yes, if like, let's say later today or tomorrow, I put her on the leash and training collar and I start bossing her around, which is going to come, then I don't feel like we're setting off on the right foot. You know, I'm going to good potty, because listen, I'm going to take a wild guess here and say that she probably knows what sit means.
Right.
Yes, she probably knows what like come close means or come here means. Lay down. She probably knows what stay means. The thing is, just because a dog knows it doesn't mean they're going to do it. There's a difference between knowing and doing it. Yes.
Yep.
You know, knowing what to do. And that's basically how I look at life. I look at sinning. I think sin is knowing what to do and not doing it. So we're going to try to teach her, for lack of a better term, to be sin-free. So she knows exactly what you said there.
Yep.
You see what I mean? But she's more interested in sniffing this again, testing her luck with that. Look, she's a little brave there, because that startled her. Good. That startled her. Good, come close, my love. Handsome. Good, come close, my love. You're so beautiful. Good. So pretty. Yeah, I'm excited to see how you do with the other dogs. So if dogs are smaller than her, she's bold.
Yes.
If they're larger than her, she could be intimidated.
Yes.
Okay. Do you notice any preference there if it's with male or females?
I haven't noticed that.
Okay.
That's a good question.
And about the separation anxiety. So when a dog freaks out when their owner leaves them, it could be one of two things. I, for some reason or the other, am leaning towards separation anxiety, but I might be wrong. And everybody, even trainers, will call it separation anxiety when it's not. But there are some dogs that suffer a separation anxiety. So let me give you an example. Typically, a dog that breaks out of their kennel when you're gone is less separation anxiety and more dominance. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like if somebody is in jail. You know, let's use El Chapo for example. Yeah, when he broke out, it wasn't because he has separation anxiety. It's dominance.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna dominate the earth. Yeah, I'm gonna dig through the earth. I'm gonna dig tunnels. Okay, hell yeah. So if that's the, because let me explain. Let me tell you what true and I'm leaning towards, like, I'm feeling like separation anxiety for some reason. Yeah. There she goes. Yeah, man. And they're a good cheap toy for people. You just got to know when to take them away, right?
Yep.
So this is the thing, yeah? So let me ask you this question. You're in an apartment, right? She breaks out of her kennel. She has broken out of the kennel before in the past. Does she then try to break out of the apartment? See, it may not be separation anxiety. Let's put it in perspective. When a Chapo broke out of the cell, he didn't just break out into the courtyard and started chilling.
Correct.
Gone. Boom, I'm gone. So a dog with, and again, not every dog, I'm speaking in grand generalities here, sir. But most dogs that have separation anxiety, when they break out of that kennel, they just don't hop on the couch and chill. You know, are happy with Netflix and chilling. They're trying to break the hell out of the apartment too. You know, like messing up the blinds, like, do you see? And a dominant dog will try to do that as well. So both types of dogs will do it, but one is based in panic, and an irrational panic, and the other is based on being dominant. And I'm not seeing any I'm not seeing any timidness here with her. You know, I'm a stranger. I mean, I walked right up to you. She was bold walking up to me, approaching me. She hasn't cowered or anything. She doesn't act. She's looking like a very stable dog, and we're gonna test that here shortly with my own dogs as well, just to kind of see how that goes. So when she breaks out of that kennel, she just kind of at that point relaxes.
On the couch, yep.
Yeah, she Netflix and shit. Yeah. So you see what I mean? So so what's the difference between chilling inside the kennel when you're not there and chilling on the couch when you're not there? So it could be dominance. Do you understand what I mean? Like, it's kind of like that mentality of, man, how dare he put me in this kennel? Like, he's not doing his part. You know what I mean? Right? And let me ask you, she's fully good sit. She's housebroken. Man, she got some hops on her, huh? So she's fully housebroken.
Yes.
Okay. No, doesn't have any accidents or any of that anymore. Okay. And then when she is loose in your apartment, does she destroy things? No? She just kind of hangs out, right?
Yep.
Okay. So that's a good thing then. And so an overly dominant dog and a dog is going to, when they break out, they're going to destroy other things, maybe even to piss you off when you get home. You know, some dogs, again, even a punishment is good punishment for most dogs, I would say. Yes, unless the dog understands true negative reinforcement. And most dogs don't really understand good true negative reinforcement. So like, you see how like she's picked that up there, and a lot of dogs won't even understand negative reinforcement. Even if you were to tell her no, that doesn't necessarily mean that she understands the negative reinforcement. The way you teach a dog like negative reinforcement in this situation, oh look, would be to walk up to her and step on it, because that becomes dominant. See, if I were to come by and I would do this, see, that makes the dog understand I don't want her to mess with it. Wow. If I start telling her, that's what people don't understand, there has to be a level of physicality. So that's a dominant way of telling her, don't mess with that. Like, I don't have an interest in that, and neither should you. So you see how I'm doing that? Listen, a dominant dog is going to, good job, sir. Quick on your feet, you learn already, yes? A dominant dog is going to do the same thing. A weak dog is going to walk up to a dog that has a toy that they want and bark at them. Do you see what I mean? A dominant dog is going to go over there and just jack them. Yeah. Right? They're just going to walk over there and snatch it from them. Do you see what I mean? So that's kind of what I'm doing there, okay? So, good. Oh, damn. Good water. She's smart. Good water. Pretty. Smart. Good. Man, she's smart. She understood the assignment. She understood the water was there and went straight to it. Yeah. What a pretty dog. And then she watched, when we started moving, she was watching to make sure you're not leaving. So I would imagine that if we started running in the opposite direction, she would have started running after you, yes? Yeah, that's awesome, man. What a fantastic dog. Okay, and then remind me, how old is she?
She's 1 year, January 3rd.
Oh, January 3rd? She's a January baby.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, fantastic. She just turned a year old.
She just turned a year.
Congratulations. Okay. Very good. And no wrong answers. Has she been fixed?
No.
Okay. So I have to tell you this, yes? Because you're from, New Jersey and we're here in Texas, if she comes into heat, there's no option. I just have to keep her with me. And that's fine. I'm used to it. It's happened a good amount. But I just want you to understand that for those 2 to 3 weeks, it's very difficult to make any real tangible progress. Okay. Because not only are her hormones going to be going off, but there's a few handsome dogs around her. Do you know what I mean? It's just going to be a lot, dude. I'm still going to work with her and do the good word theory, but it just makes it a lot more difficult, yes? Okay. And then if you have a very, very good dog, like the dog that just went home from Washington, Roxy, when she came into heat, man, she wasn't listening as good, but I knew better based on her history that I had to give her some allowances. Had I started being harder on her, that would have just broken her. And I'm not here to break dogs. I'm here to enlighten them and heighten their awareness of what we're supposed to do. I am going to tell you that I'm very impressed with her radius with you. She does seem to look at you for advice, which is a good thing. So you guys have a fantastic bond, it seems. Congratulations on achieving that bond. So you were saying that when you're at home, the biggest issue that you're having with her is the potential separation anxiety.
Right. When I leave, if I leave her by herself, she'll be crying, howling, barking.
Crying, barking, and howling? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, and again, it could be separation anxiety, but let's look at that behavior, yes? Mm-hmm. When people are protesting and tying themselves to the tree, they're not being timid. Right. So if she's out there, if she's in the kennel and she's crying, barking, and howling, she's protesting. Mm-hmm. Do you see what I mean? If you're in jail and you're nervous, you're not going to be yelling because you're trying to look small and be in the corner. So those are the things to think about. So again, I may not see any of that behavior. So like, for example, if she is prone to breaking out of a kennel, I may not see that for 2 weeks because she's going to be like, I'd rather be in this kennel than be out there with the scary dogs and the scary people, right? But once she gets comfortable, then that's exactly when all those things can start. Yeah, so she understood that you wanted her to drop it too. Good. Pretty. Did you get her out from the New Jersey area?
Yes.
Okay.
From Wayne, New Jersey.
Okay.
About an hour away from where we live.
About an hour away. And how long have you had her?
We got her March 16th, I believe.
Okay. March 16th. So she was still a young baby when you got her. I mean, and she still, because she's a Italian Mastiff, she's still technically a puppy, to be sure. Yeah, she's still technically a puppy. And on the ride here, she did pretty well with you?
Yeah, she did.
Like,
she did great.
How about like when you pulled over and stopped? Good sit. When you pulled over and stopped for like potty breaks and different things like that, she did okay? You didn't have any issues where she went reactive? Does she ever react to people? Like, have you ever seen a person or a dog and then all of a sudden start when she's not like in the apartment?
Well, my friend has a Frenchie.
Awesome.
And one time when I wasn't open, they used to hang out a lot. One
Good.
time they
Good.
said
Come
she
close, my
attacked
love.
The Frenchie.
Oh, they said that? Okay.
I wasn't there for that.
So you don't know the context. I mean, it could have been over a bone.
Right.
The Frenchie could have been like, you know, antagonizing her, so you don't know the details of that. But that was the only time that something like that has happened? Okay. And a lot of times, like when you take her to the dog park, there's going to be dogs her size, comparable, yes? Because they have, like here in Texas, we have a small dog park and a larger one. She would obviously be in the larger one.
Right.
She does look at you for guidance pretty easily. So again, I don't know why I'm feeling like as if it could be separation anxiety. If it is separation anxiety or dominance, we're going to deal with it. I mean, it's going to be resolved. And I tell you, the very best way to deal with dominance in that situation or separation anxiety is to actually send the dog away. Because a lot of times it's just kind of like the fear of the unknown or the fear of missing out that makes them understand. Yeah, so she's going to learn very quickly, and plus she's going to see that the other dogs are calm, and she's going to be calm with them. So I think very quickly she's going to integrate into the pack and play. And you know, and that being said, thank you again for making the pilgrimage from New Jersey. I'm going to be honest with you, so I can modify your training program to lessen the risk of what I'm about to explain to you. But there is a risk, and I'm going to be honest with you. I would imagine that there is probably a little bit of a higher risk having a dog trained with me than with other people, because I legit treat the dogs like they're mine. So like, for example, most trainers, especially trainers in my area, they don't take the dogs off property. The dogs are never off property. My man, I live off property. I'm gonna, like, I come here, you know, I get goosebumps. I'm gonna go to the beach. I'm gonna go to Galveston. Dude, if I need super glue, I'm going to Home Depot for the super glue, because I can take a dog with me. Right. Do you understand what I mean? And then those are the real life situations. You know, an accident can happen on the way to and from. You know, like different things can happen. If I can shield her from that, which means I won't take her off my property, that obviously reduces the risk. But my man, that's not real world. Do you know what I mean? Like, look, matter of fact, I just got goosebumps. I got the feels, because when I said that to you, I said, but that's not the real world. Like, you have firsthand experience with this. You just drove from Jersey down here. Yeah. So if your dog had never been out in public, it would have been a much more difficult trip. Correct. So this is what I want to do. The other risk, obviously, is I have other Mastiffs. I specialize in the Corsos and the Pressas. So in my opinion, and I know this for a fact, I'm not even speculating, I'm not theorizing, I'm telling you the truth. They benefit from roughhousing with one another. If you don't want her to roughhouse with other dogs, play with other dogs, then I'll keep her separate. But I'm gonna tell you something. She's gonna benefit a lot from me putting the leash and training collar on her while the other dogs are antagonizing her, biting her ankles, messing with her, because that's like how you learn to be like stoic and tough. Good down, my love. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
So all of those things, obviously, it's like kids playing in the schoolyard. They can happen. They can sprain their ankle. They can do this. They can do that. You just have to keep it in mind. I will tell you the truth. I've had tremendous success. Really haven't had any of those issues. I really didn't have any of those issues at all. The only issue that I've had recently was all with Washington. Was I had a little cough started that I've never happened, and it went away within 2 days with treatment and all that good stuff. So again, just to let you know, that's the plan and the goal. I want to do real world dog training. Listen, so no different than if I was adopting her from you today, the path that I'm going to take with her starting today is no different than what you're doing with me now. I'm telling you the truth, yes? I mean, I legit want her to be a part of my family. Like, I take them to get-togethers. I have when friends come over. I love having ignorant people handle my dog. Because let me tell you something. If an ignorant person is, if I give if I put her on the leash and hand her to somebody who doesn't know anything about dogs, and she does well, that's power.
Right.
Because that means she knows how to play her role. Do you see what I mean? I am going to tell you that it is important for the owner to have an understanding and have some knowledge, but you don't need to like be very fluent in training if you do it properly. And the only and the only way to do it properly, honestly, is to take time. Let's put it in perspective. I say this to people all the time, yes? If you have a kid, and she's not a problem child, but let's say that you have a child, maybe a little bit out of control, maybe a little lazy, maybe a little, you know, unmotivated. You send them to boot camp, right, for 3 weeks. And every morning, the whistle blows at like 5 a.m. They have to get up and make their bed and tuck it nice and neat. After that kid comes home from being away for 3 weeks, the likelihood of him waking up the next day and making his bed is slim. He's probably going to sleep in. And he's going to feel like he deserves it. Do you see what I mean? So think about that. Yeah, dogs are the same way. Now, that same kid goes away for 6 months, a year or so, let's say even 6 months. And every day, no matter what, man, whistle blows, got to get up and fight, got to tuck your bed in nice and tight. The likelihood that the first day home after 6 months, that he's going to sleep in is slim. And if he sleeps in, it might be only 20 minutes more.
Right.
He's going to be up like at 5:30 and be like, fuck, man, why didn't I sleep in? And then on top of that, while he's grumbling to himself, damn, man, why didn't I sleep in? Like, it was my first day to sleep in. He's going to be making his bed. You're going to be on habit.
Right, habit, second nature.
Exactly. And then your day is better because you made your bed.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? So same thing like with good. Same thing with the dogs. If every time you're walking a dog, yes, when you're teaching them to heel, when you come to a stop, if you tell them to sit, all you're doing is teaching them to be reliant on you issuing a command. Well, my man, I'm gonna tell you, what we're gonna do is gonna be like, people are gonna think you got a psychic dog on your hands. She's gonna be watching you so much more for your guidance. She's gonna move automated. So that leads me to my, man, goosebumps from it. I can't believe it. I can't wait to show you. It's gonna be good. I can't wait. And then this is the thing, yes? It's going to be with her to the point where it's just going to happen automatically. Yeah, she's going to understand, and of course she's going to learn we're going to do the verbal commands, voice signals, and everything. But she's going to look at you for guidance even more than she does now, and I think we're going to have a very good time with her then. So the point that I'm trying to make there, sir, is I really value that you came down from New Jersey. I really appreciate it, sir. So I'm going to be honest with you. So this program is about 3 months long. But I, on my end, and I'm not looking for an additional fee or anything, but if in 3 months, she's averaging, like, let's say, listen, this is a graduation-based program. If in 3 months from now, I don't feel like she's right where she needs to be, and another 2 weeks or another month or so will get her where she needs to be, I will happily give that to her. You see what I mean? I'm not in a particular rush. I just want her to be legit.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, and that's perfect for us.
So that's what I want to do. And then good potty. And then when I reach out to you, sir, I'm going to keep it real with you. If I reach out to you and say, hey, she's ready, let's set it up. If you need, hey, well, I need 2 or 3 weeks or whatever to set it up, I'm going to give you that leeway if you've been free with me too. I tell you the truth, yes? Because I know, people don't, listen, I'll edit this out if you want me to say this, but you're having to find a new place because of her.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? So you're like in that tricky spot, yeah? Because like you said to me, by the time her training is up, I'll be in my new place. God willing.
Yeah, God will.
Right?
I've been looking.
Yes, sir, you're doing good. But again, I want you to realize, I want to take the stress away from you. She's here with me, and we're good. Awesome. And then listen, and man, let's keep it real. What if she comes into heat in a month from now? Yeah. That's 3 weeks, my man. That I don't want to count against you. Yeah. I want her to be legit. Yeah, I want her to be good. And obviously, you've had her since she was a baby. She's not gonna forget you. Even dogs that I get here, that are 10 weeks old and have only been with their families 2 weeks, tend to remember their families. It's very rare that they don't, yes? So very good. I'm very, very excited. I do want to test her out with some of my dogs just briefly. How, do you have any questions for me about any of that?
No, that all sounds good. That's why I found you on YouTube.
Yeah, power. Awesome.
Yeah,
thank you so much, man. Thank you so much.
Up with Loki and Roxy.
Yeah, man. And then Loki is from New Jersey. Do you know what I mean? And then I had Rosie that was from New Jersey. I've had her. And then I had another Corso from New Jersey. So I think like New Jersey is the #1 place I'm getting dogs from, man. I'm gonna have to move up there. In fact, there's a lot of good people out there, like Vander, Gabby. Hey, darling. Yeah, a lot of good people out there. So pretty, my love. Good, you get. And actually, you messaged me on Instagram, so you'll be able to see her on my stories, on my Instagram stories. Yes, and then, I'm gonna be honest with you. Yes, I'm not going to sugarcoat things for you. So there's a lot of trainers where if you check on the dog, hey, how's the dog doing? The dog's doing, like the dog's struggling. They're gonna be like, oh, he's doing good. They're gonna give you nothing but positives because they're worried that you're going to think, well, that's not weird. My dog isn't like that normally. Like, for example, let's say all of a sudden she just starts peeing and pooping in her cage. I promise you, it's not anything I'm doing wrong. It's her. I promise you. Dogs are out all the time. Listen, I was up at 5 in the morning. Dogs were out over and over. In fact, I was here 5 minutes late because I started just automatically letting them out one more time for a potty break. So they get plenty of breaks. But I'm going to keep it real with you. That's what she's doing. Do you see what I mean? I'm not going to sugarcoat it. If she's struggling, I'm going to tell you she's struggling. And in fact, if she struggles a lot, you're going to be very aware of it because I'm going to put that on YouTube. I'd rather show dogs struggling so people can see how I handle the struggle. You see what I mean? And pardon me for going this way, but the Bible is full of stories of struggling and overcoming the struggle. It's the struggle. And in a way, people don't care about your success if they don't know that, pardon me, that you struggled. So if I'm not struggling with her, then I'm not doing something wrong. I'm not pushing her to the limits. Some dogs will, like, for example, with some dogs, being able just to do this is an accomplishment. So this is an accomplishment that you already have. But before I build rapport for her, so let's say you left right now and I kept her off the leash here, or I put her on the leash, you leave, an hour from now I cut her loose, she's gone. I'm a stranger to her. Do you understand what I mean? It doesn't say that anything about me not being a good dog trainer or anything. It's just the reality of life, okay? So, but after she's grown a bond with me, this becomes possible again. Yes? So I'm very, very excited to have seen. And you doing that actually reminds me of something. Has there been any aggression with you?
With me?
Yes, sir. Let's say she's eating and you have to move the bowl or anything, her food bowl.
No.
If she starts to chew on something like there that she's not supposed to chew on, doesn't.
She's good. I can take food from her.
Okay.
Never any aggression. Only when I pick her up from daycare.
Oh, hold on. Oh my God, power! What a blessing. She's been to daycare before. Power. People don't that's going to make her transition, her acclimation that much better. So she's boarded before?
Yes.
Power. What people don't understand is because she's boarded before, she understands that you're coming back.
Right.
Do you see what I mean? A dog that has never boarded before, they're like, oh shit, where am I? I feel like they got abducted. She's gonna be like, oh, this is a new boarding place. Right. So she's gonna realize there's an end in sight. Power. Okay, so I'm sorry, I got so excited about that. So what were you saying about daycare? When you pick her up from daycare,
she'll run, jump. You'll see her hops eventually.
Yeah, I saw her up a little.
And then I gotta, give her a little shoulder, shoulder shrug.
Yeah.
Get her off of me,
all right.
That's all in love. Not
yeah. No, it's not aggression. She's being emphatic because she's happy to see you. And it sounds like a dominance move. Russian. Think about it, even with human beings, yeah? You have a real submissive friend. When you come up, they're gonna shake your hand softly, be like, what's up, man? You got a real dominant friend, they're gonna come butt you in the chest, you know what I mean? Like, bam! That's kind of that type of situation. She's just maybe got like a level of dominance. So she runs up to you in that situation, and that's just being emphatic. It's not being aggressive. Whenever when you go to the dog park, if other dogs approach you, does she get defensive or anything?
No, she hasn't.
No? Okay. So none of that. So you haven't noticed any signs of that type of irrational aggression. The next question, in the apartment, I know maybe she was barking when you were gone, obviously, because of the separation, because of you not being there. But does she have any watchdog or guard dog tendencies, good water, that you know about? Or that you have noticed?
There's been, like, one time we stayed at my cousin's apartment.
Okay.
And I was sleeping on the couch, she was sleeping on the ground by me. And it was my cousin at work early in the morning, around 5 o'clock, so he's in the kitchen doing stuff. And she started barking at him. Okay. Which, as he got close to me, I was asleep. Okay. She started barking at him.
Oh, okay. Cool.
He kind of froze. But,
okay, good water, darling. Fantastic. What about in your apartment? If somebody knocks, does she start barking? Or?
Yeah, she'll bark if she hears something else.
She does? Okay. So she does. She is like, at the very least, watchdog inclined. Does she like to play tug of war?
She does. She likes to.
Fantastic. Okay. Has ball drive, likes to chase balls?
Loves soccer, basketball.
Power, amazing. Okay, so she does have good drives, yes? And she'll tug with you if you want her to tug with you, yes? Okay, fantastic. Are there any other pets in the house, in the home? No cats or anything like that? Okay, nothing like that. If she were to see a cat right now, would you lose control of her?
I don't think so.
Okay. Can you
I've
stop
never
her if
seen
she gives chase?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Wow.
I've never seen her around cats actually.
Okay, you haven't, yeah. Well, she's about to see a bunch of cats. I got some stray cats around me. So then the next question is, when you're with her and when you're taking her out in public or any of that stuff, does she ever get car sick or any of that? Because you said she rode really well, yes?
She doesn't get car sick anymore. She used to as a young pup.
Okay.
She would go well.
Okay, and how does she eat? Does she have a voracious appetite?
She doesn't have the biggest appetite.
No?
Right now she's at about, hey, drop.
Good drop it.
She's at about 6 or 7 cups of the kibble a day.
Oh, okay, nice. That's a good amount of kibble. Okay.
And then I'll throw in some liver, some heart every now and then.
Fantastic. And she does that? She eats it? Okay. Well, here, not only am I going to be giving her kibble, and I'm going to be giving her that, but I'm also going to give her like chum. A lot of times that's like a fish protein, you know, and then leftover meat from my end or whatever. So I'll embellish it with that, so we can get her that way. So, is she food motivated with treats?
Yes.
Okay. So she loves treats, but not as much her regular food.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. All right. With that said, stick around. We're gonna head on over to my place. I'm gonna bring some dogs out and test her. You know, I just didn't know if she would be timid if she heard any dogs bark. So this is a good way of assessing her behavior. Yes? Good. Thank you all so much for watching, especially since you stuck around until the very end. If you haven't already or you're new to the channel, please do subscribe and paw that bell so you'll be notified when I upload another video. Specifically, the next video in this young Canecorso's training journey. She completely continued to surprise me by being a lot bolder and fiery than I would have predicted and her dad thought. My name is ErwinValderramos. I'm the Dog Messiah, the lover of dogs and persons. And if you can comfortably afford a Lodge and Learn program, then by all means do reach out. The information is here on the screen and in the description. We have very affordable programs. Thank you again. My name is ErwinValderramos. I'm the Dog Messiah. And make no mistake,
For this I was born.
go tell them.
For this I came into the world.
Stick around and watch. I'm doing a new thing. Power. So be ye angry, and sin not. Don't let the sun go down upon your wrath. Instead, you must be still, commune with your own heart upon your bed, and be silent. And as with all things, when you do it, you must be intense in the doing it. If you are lukewarm, you're told in Scripture, I will spew you out. Be it that ye are either hot or cold, but because thou art lukewarm, I will spew you out. You can't accomplish shit in this world if you're tepid and timid. You must be intense about everything that you want. Set yourself on fire and the world will follow. You are called to dominate the earth. Bless you all. That's the watch. Here we go. So again,